I'm Kevin O'Connor, and welcome back to This Old House, Los Angeles. Today, the final 2 coats of stucco are going on, and that's going to give us strength and final color. I tell you what, Alfonso, you make it look easy.
Thank you, man.
We are in Orange County at a metal shop that specializes in ornamental ironwork. And let me tell you, they have got a passion for the craft. Welcome back to our project here in Silver Lake, Los Angeles, where we are down to the last month of the project. It's coming down to the wire, and in fact, we're not the only thing coming down to the wire. Mary, it is good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
We haven't seen you in months, literally.
Yes, I've been pretty busy on another project.
Yes, and so you are due very soon, correctly?
Yes, I have an appointment tomorrow at 6 a.m. actually.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And so for this entire time, you've been staying away from the house because of all the dust and the construction debris.
Exactly, but I've been really fortunate because Kurt has been taking tons and tons of pictures, and you guys have those great webcams, and so I'm like watching them all the time, and so is my father-in-law, who told us that we had a little leak when it was raining, and
called. He saw it on the webcam?
He saw it on the webcam, called from Seattle and said, "Get over the house right now." And so we were able to deal with that really quickly, which was great.
Yeah, well, we're glad you've been able to follow it along from a distance, and I guess, we got to get you off your feet, right?
Oh yes, it's almost that time.
All right, well, we will get back to work, but you get off your feet, and congratulations. Next time we see you, it'll be a family of 4.
Yes.
And the house will be done.
Yes, very exciting.
Wonderful. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Our entire house is clad in stucco, and it's actually made up of several layers, which you can see right here on the new work. It all starts with a wire mesh, and then on top of that, they put down the first coat, which is called a scratch coat. This is applied with a notch trowel, and once it's set up, they put on the second coat. They call this the brown coat. This is actually floated on with a flat trowel, and then they screed it smooth. And then normally on top of this, they put the third and final coat, which they call the final coat. But we have introduced an interim coat, which you can see right here. And you can also see that it includes a nylon mesh. Now, this is called the base coat, and actually works great on the new work, but it's also good on the old work, the existing and original stucco that's on the house. And Alfonso Garcia is putting it on right now. Alfonso, I guess the first question is, why this 4th coat, this thing that we're calling the base coat?
Well, one thing is for sure, stucco does crack.
Well, and you can see all of these cracks. This is in the original stucco that's been sandblasted, and well, they're everywhere. So you're just covering them up.
What I'm doing right now is applying an even coat of base X. And what this material is going to bring is going to bring a crack resistant, water resistant, and also high impact resistant.
And it looks like it's going on fairly thin here?
Yes, this is a first coat. What we're going to do is we're applying first coat very thinly, and then we embedded the mesh. Okay, what I'm going to do next is I'm cutting all my sconces, light fixtures, and openings on the wall, so don't get buried into the base.
And then you just put the second layer of mesh on, making sure it overlaps the first.
Yes.
So now you just cover it all up with a second coat?
Yes, we got to make sure all the mesh is covered up on the second coat. We don't want to have any cracks showing through the mesh.
So the base coat is completely on and sets up. We're ready to put the finish coat on, and we're about to do that out front. Here's the base coat dried. You can't see any sign of that mesh, and now it's time to get the final color onto the house. And Alfonso, what are we using for that?
What we have here, Kevin, is stucco base with some tint in it. We also added some acrylic so we can add some bonding and elasticity.
All right. And we're just going to trowel that on like pretty much every other layer of this wall system, right?
Yes, of course.
They call the color bisque. It's a yellowish gold right now, but it'll lighten as it dries.
And now we change it for a foam float. What we're gonna do with this, we're just gonna go over the whole ceiling again so we can achieve our finish, which is sand finish. You can see some of the sand starts showing through, so that's what we call in sand finish. Now we go for the walls. What I'm gonna start with the corners. And
Little mini corner trowel.
yes, basically what I'm trying to do is try to have my corner already defined.
And then pull your trowel from there.
Yes.
And then just that sand finish, which you get with that foam float. I tell you what, Alfonso, you make it look easy.
Thank you, man.
It looks great. I can't wait to see it on the entire house. Thank you. Spanish colonials have several signature elements, and one of them is ornamental ironwork, and our house has got plenty of it. Now, some of it we are going to save and restore, but some of it wasn't worth saving, like the entry gate that used to be right here. So we took it down, and we're going to actually rebuild it. And to help us with that, we are working with a metal shop about 30 miles from here in Orange County. And these people, well, they have got a real passion for the craft. We're working with the company's owner and designer, Robin Bradley. Robin, good to see you.
Hi, Kevin. Welcome to our place.
Thank you very much, and I feel like I am in the right place. Look at this.
I know, it's a treasure chest, and we just have to pick out what we need.
It really is just beautiful. Is this all your guys' work?
Well, actually, no. These are all catalog pieces, and we incorporate these pieces with custom forged pieces to give the unique look that we need for our project.
You buy this from a catalog? It's actually very surprising to see this level of detail coming, right out of mail order here.
Right. Well, what's terrific is that ironwork is an ancient form, and so these designs are old and available.
So this sort of helps you, these are the building blocks for pieces that you ultimately assemble. I'm looking at, obviously, a single baluster of a railing, is that right?
Right, and there are hundreds of designs, and what we do is we select the right one, and then we combine it with a custom forged piece to give that handmade look.
Okay, and you guys are doing quite a bit for us. You're doing railings, staircases, balconies.
That's
You're even
right.
doing the grills over the windows.
That's right, we are.
Beautiful. You've got one here?
Yeah, this is a piece we've been working on. And what I really love about this particular piece is it really incorporates all the things we're trying to accomplish for the Silver Lake house.
So the Spanish colonial style.
That's
what
right.
of this says Spanish colonial?
Well, we have this wrap here. It's called a Parisian wrap. And not only is it beautiful, it has a function. It actually binds and holds these hand-forged pieces together.
So this is hand forged here, mixed with some stock pieces.
And this has been hit with the anvil out of the fire, and it's got a beautiful tip here. This is a snail end.
Snail end, right? And I love these twists and turns here.
Right, this is pulled all through, and you're going to see that, and on these beautiful flame tips.
These little things that look like there's actually fire just lipping up right there.
That's
great.
right, these tendrils. And what's great about that, there'll be an accent all over the project, on the gates and the railing.
And you're working on a lot of those for us right now?
Yes, we are, and we're looking forward to showing it to you.
I'd love to see it. Wow, now Robin, this is some ironwork.
Well, thank you, Kevin. This is one of 3 balconies that we're doing at the house. This is the Juliet balcony off the master bedroom.
That is gorgeous. Now, is this stock or custom pieces?
These are pieces that we ordered. They're stock pieces, and they have the elements that we really wanted here.
So there's some of the twisting that you showed me before.
Exactly, and up here, what do you see?
Do I see an inverted arch?
You do, and we are taking that and repeating it through the design just like it is inside of the home.
Beautiful. And what's with the big sort of swale here in the railing?
This is the belly baluster or the Bombay baluster that really gives that sense of romance to the project.
A beautiful piece right there. And
Well,
all
thank
brand
you
new.
so much. That's new, but there's the old that we really have to respect and that we loved.
So this was on the house originally?
Yes, this is a very small side gate that we're going to use and inform all our other design decisions.
So I see some of the stuff that you already showed me, those flame tendrils, the wraps right here, the twists.
Absolutely, the Parisian wrapping, the flame, the hand-forged work, and the proportion is very important to the front of the house.
So clean this up and reuse it.
Exactly. We're going to reuse this piece and use it to make all of our other design decisions.
Beautiful.
Thank
And then
you.
I see in this piece here, was this our front gate?
Yeah, this was at the front door.
Do we clean this up and reuse it too?
No, this is going to the recycler. This is
Really?
just not up to snuff. It has machine-made steel. Look at this. Frankly, no good. It's channel, rusting, not worth saving. We're going to do a brand new gate informed by the style of the old gate.
Can I take this down?
Please, let's do that. Right now, it's just an assembly of stock parts.
Right, but I can already see the similarities to the gate that was originally on the house.
Absolutely. But what we're going to add are these scrolls that are hand forged over here at our forging area.
So what's the forging process?
What we're doing is heating up flat bar at 22 to 2300 degrees. Yeah, put that eye protection on.
Red hot iron there.
Yes, it is.
Look at that thing glowing.
Bring it on out. And this is the table of the anvil, right on the top.
The flat part.
Going to take that anvil and knock off that scale, which is flying off now.
You got yourself a regular blacksmith here.
Yes, we do. He's beating down the tip and he's bringing it to the beak of the anvil.
Table and beak to curve it into shape.
That's right. We're bending the first part of the scroll and putting it back into place. Now what we're going to do is temper the steel, Kevin. And what that means is we're going to set the shape by quenching this hot steel in water. The finished scroll is actually made from two pieces. And what he's doing here is matching his original scroll made by eye, and now we're ready to make that cut.
Ah, so you're using the template again, this time just making sure the two pieces are positioned correctly?
That's right, Kevin. We're just bringing it together to make sure we got a perfect fit. And he will go ahead and tack weld that with the MIG welder. And with the scrolls complete, Kevin, we're just going to attach them to the gate.
So just a little bit more welding.
That's it. 2 tack welds and we're moving. Kevin, you remember this is our original gate from the house, and it has this decorative wrap here. It's called the Parisian wrap. In the old days, there was no welding, so the band held the steel together.
Huh.
But today, the purpose of the band is to cover the weld.
This finished gate is going to sit right next to the old gate on the front of the house, and I'd say that's a pretty good match.
I think you're right, but we have one more step, and that is we need to send it off to get sandblasted. All of the paint, old paint residue, rust is going to come off. We're going to get to the bare metal, and then we're going to apply zinc metallizing.
And what's that?
That's a really great process. What it is molten zinc comes off a torch. It wraps around the steel, completely encapsulates it, and provides a protection against rust and corrosion for over 20 years. And once our gate has been zinc metallized, we're ready to paint, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
This gate already has the primer coat that we've applied.
Okay.
And now we're going to be putting on the top coat for the job.
You guys got a little spray booth here all set up?
That's right. And Jeff here, my husband, is going to go ahead and apply that top coat for us. What we're doing now is we're applying a water-based enamel. It's the black top coat, and we'll be applying 2 coats of this for long-term rust protection.
So a water-based enamel? I usually think of ironwork having oil paint.
Traditionally, that was the case, but in the last 3 to 4 years, air quality standards have gotten much more stringent, and we're required to only use water-based paints.
So that's a regulation, but do they stand up?
Absolutely. These paints have been reformulated by their manufacturers to really take the heat and light.
So that's the first of 2 top coats.
That's right, Kevin.
It already looks so good. I mean, that great black color, all the detail. I mean, the stock pieces are beautiful, but it's really this handwork that makes it. These scrolls here, the banding, just perfect.
I agree. You know, I really think that all of the custom ironwork is going to be the jewelry on the house.
Well, we can't wait to see it go up on the house, so thank you.
Our pleasure.
Well, we're about 20 miles from our project house in Covina, California. And this is a facility that designs and glazes tile. They're actually doing the tile for our house. Some of it done by hand, very intricate work. And if you own a Spanish colonial, this is where you want to come for tile. Now, the manager of the facility is Hideo Franco. Good morning.
Hi there, Norm. Good morning.
So what do you have here?
This is a tile that we recently reproduced from the LA City Hall tile.
I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. And what about this collection? There's quite a variety here.
Yeah, most of these tiles are reproductions from the 1920s to the 30s.
So what's the influence?
The influence is very Moorish, Spanish, California hacienda.
Right. So what would you call this?
I would call this a Moorish tile.
Okay. And what's this? Is this just an unglazed tile?
Yes, correct. This is an unglazed tile that we will fill with glaze, and the fired finished product looks like this.
And this one really pops out for me. This is spectacular.
Yes, that's very nice. Same process.
All right. Now you're glazing some tile for us today, right?
Yes, we are.
Can we see that?
Yes, sure. Here are some of the tiles that we're working on for your bathroom floor.
Oh, those are gorgeous. Sort of a hexagon shape. You know what I like about custom tiles that you're making is that the glaze is not uniform. Every tile is different. You know, a lot of commercial tiles, they all look the same.
Yes, that's right. And here's the bits that we'll be using.
All right, do you make these?
We have those custom made for us.
All right. So this is ready to glaze?
Yes, it is.
I want to see how you do these.
Okay, great. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is add the base glaze to the water and then mix it.
Okay, and what's in base glaze?
Primarily silica.
So during the firing, that silica will actually melt and fuse to the tile.
Yes, correct. To our clear glaze, now we're going to add the stain. We're going to add these two green stains.
And what's in the stains?
Mostly oxides. Now we're going to screen the glaze.
All right, and this will take out any sediment?
Correct.
All right. It's heavy.
Yeah, there we go.
With the glaze strained into the pressure pot and the pot all sealed down nice and tight, you've applied some compressed air, and now you can spray the glaze onto the tiles.
Yeah. This is our gas fire kiln that we'll be firing your tiles in.
And how hot does that get?
It gets to 1800 degrees.
And for how long?
We'll fire for about 6 hours.
Okay, and then once the tiles cool down?
The tiles will look just like this.
Right, and they call this a soccer ball motif because we're placing these white tiles in these rings, and this is going to be our bathroom floor.
All right.
Now you also have some bisqueware that are going to be our liners, and these are yet to be glazed.
Yes, and actually we're glazing those in this room over here. And here, Norm, we have our hand glazing operation. Jorge's decorating these rug fringe patterns.
Okay, and how many different glazes in this one?
There's 4 different glazes in this pattern.
I can see how that looks like the fringe of a rug.
Yeah, it does.
And in here it looks like you're working on our job.
Yes, here's Angelica and Liliana working on the bathroom tile.
You know what amazes me is once all the glaze is installed, it's pretty muted. It's not very bright. And boy, once it's fired, it just pops out those colors. But this one, that's a very complicated piece to glaze.
Yes, it is. It's very detailed. She's using 4 colors. It takes about twice as long to do as most other tiles.
I mean, this is really intricate work. It's sort of a syringe with your glaze in it, and you have to have a very steady hand. How many of these a day can?
She's doing about 50 a day.
Wow, that is amazing. Well, these are beautiful, and each bathroom is going to be a unique piece of art.
Yes, it is.
Thanks for taking us around.
Thank you.
Back here at the house, the tile has arrived, and it's going to be going in the kitchen as well as in 3 bathrooms. We've got a master bathroom upstairs, we've got a full bathroom downstairs, and this is going to be shared by their daughter and by a new baby who might arrive tomorrow morning. And then we have a half bath right here off of the family room. Now, all of the tile in the house is being installed by Carlos Sandoval. Carlos, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Good, thank you. And it looks like you got the prep work out of the way. Your cementations board is all down.
Yes, we do the prepare today. So what we do first, we prepare the floor and then the wall. But the floor, we have to make sure everything is, you know, very strong and level.
Nice and level, right.
Yes.
And it looks like you've also started laying some tile on the wall. And let's take a look at it. You got a big, beefy base right there, a nice black tile. And it's got this cove on the bottom.
Yeah, we call it cove base. This
Cove base, beautiful. And then from there, you come up with the smaller tile, a staggered pattern, and it's a really vibrant color. They're calling it marigold, but you know, it's custom made, so there's lots of variations in the color, just what the homeowners wanted. What do you think of it?
Yeah, no, this is a very nice material, you know. It's very nice to work with this.
Up from there, we've got this little strip here of black piping, and then we've got these opposing triangles. And to me, that just screams LA. That look, that pattern. How do you cap it off?
Okay, we have this piece, we call him color round, and this is gonna be the finished piece right there.
So a corner round on top, beautiful. So 2 walls complete. Are you ready to start a third?
I'm ready to start this one.
All right.
I got my level line already.
Yeah, you're gonna set the tile to that.
Yes, and I'm gonna start using this. We call him thin set. Then we just put it to the wall like this. I'm gonna cover all the walker board.
And you want a nice even bed to set the tile into.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start with this piece first. We just follow the line.
So the base cove tile has got these little nubs on the end that act as spacers. So when you put 2 up next to each other, leaves a little 1/16 of an inch gap, and you don't have to add a manual spacer. Perfect for the grout. And then tucked off in the corner, which you can barely see, is the cut piece. Nice. Now we can put enough thin set on for 2 rows of tile. The custom tiles don't have built-in spacers, so Carlos adds the spacers, but just along the horizontal seam. He'll space the vertical seam by eye. The rest of the field is this running bond pattern that travels all the way up to the top course, which is the most decorative, and Carlos created this by cutting opposing tiles on the wet saw to get these triangles. And he'll continue that all the way around his bathroom. So Carlos, thanks for the help.
All right, Kevin.
All right, so until next time, I'm Kevin O'Connor from This Old House here in Silver Lake, Los Angeles.